3 months, 2 weeks ago, me kind. And see about 5 different things that go for Bebre, like Ekoso, or Chelsea, or any other clubs. That tells me exactly how the season no ever call. I mean, this particular thing, Debiana Mebasi Mebeka said a lot of the journals in the UK, any those who are non-Chelsea fans, enka because for them it doesn't suit the agenda. It doesn't suit your person and then your person with respect to Chelsea Football Club and any other club. But with time, signing away in the grounds and people are beginning to understand. Say it is important. Say we'll having a discussion of transfers. Say player we be koha, player we be baha, player we team we Tony say, add-ons in say or buy for this amount of money. In the context of clubs, a very, very important say you be doing the contest in the net conversation. So the net now, I'm essentially talking about the fact say obi ekokoto ade 10 cedi. Na onu nya mfaso 15 cedi from the juma okokoye. Untimi ka say na so tade 10 cedi, untimi ka say waboka. Essentially, so tade 10 cedi no nya mfaso 15 cedi and say be on ebe bon okoton 15 cedi. The net spend no just 5 cedis. Net spend no actually zero because I take film class as well nya mfaso. And it's the state of Chelsea and BBC for no matter the same calculation na Metiasi Sobeka, I think about 4 or 5 videos ago ko echiabem. Na Metiasi Ameka say Chelsea don't play away, player away sikaba, already player away sikaba bedru. Say Chelsea yes calculation here. Chelsea expected to come in net zero. They are just about the 10th of September. And Chelsea a net spend is somewhere around 46 million pounds per Chelsea spending. After all the players on Montoya, after all the loan deals. And I think that the bigger one, Campo, how Romelu Lukaku Sika a Chelsea wage bill, so on year for the wage bill also. That amount was so important to the extent that it is the same for our brand friend Raheem Sterling. Now Chelsea don't pay his full wages. How many Arsenal and H8 here? And I Lukaku did the free conversation. Now that's the thing. I want to Chelsea person would do. So when Lukaku on mama. Get him off, get profit off him. Yes, we have amortization now. Lukaku get him kwan. Oboka kakra hodom. But look at the sale of Conor Gallagher, Ian Mattis, money at the end. Now it's about time they say club with any results on the field of play. Hey, Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube, so subscribe to the channel and subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications and every time your content by you are first to have it. Don't forget, so you share the link so all group be home. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notification. Yes, subscribe to the channel, not turn on notifications and your content here, baby. One the first person have your content, and you can share the link also to Obia, Awasia, or Love of Sports and every group be home. Hi, Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Thank you very much. It was just a conversation about Chelsea's net spend with respect to Juma and net BBC Flyer on Chelsea's net spend, the average sales that they've been able to do, what they've had on paper, what they were going to have, and players are more torn, players are better, the monies that they've been able to get. To say out, players are called out, and 12 and a Chelsea, a torn call out, and a players 10 and a came permanently. Chelsea, ABCV is got 157,282 and at Chelsea a year the sales at ATS got 203,504,274 where calculation at Chelsea and a net spend of 46.5 million per and at Chelsea spend a year throughout the whole transfer window of last season, and it tells you until no bidding come up. No net Chelsea, you know, because and that Chelsea are spending 1 billion. Catch any saying, you know, crap. ABN the back on until our football finance in it here. But if you know boy, what's signing Manasia, you know that that's not true. That was our conversation. See, and then before we go in the conversation, the same bizarre question. Obi to say Chelsea with a lot of attackers with team. Mihailo Modric, Palmer, Noni Madueke, some guys nah don't with Chelsea team. But the first question I want to ask before you even go into the deeper conversation of NSL. If you're a Chelsea fan, you're not a Chelsea fan, you need to answer this question in the comment section. Make sure, give me what Mami answer na comment section, no answer no ko nim kra. I Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. So subscribe ya make I will be subscribe to the channel, not turn your notification. International football ye so now back to back and I'll pay you here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube 6 p.m. updates na me dey ma on pa na ma mo via na ma mo all of that on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Don't go nowhere. Flip it on any analysis or I see on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. The question I'm saying this on and say, who is the best finisher at Chelsea? Chelsea best finisher anyone? Is it Cole Palmer? Is it Nicolas Jackson? Is it Nkunku? Is it Pedro Neto? Is it Joao Felix? Is it Mihailo Mudryk? Who is Chelsea's best finisher? Now, Mr. Before you make an attempt to answer that question, maybe sound to Obuasi, go back and watch the goals of Mihailo Mudryk. Yeah, controversial. Watch Mihailo Mudryk's goals. I think that for me it is between Nkunku and Mihailo Mudryk. Maybe you disagree. I want you to disagree. But tell me who you think is Chelsea's best finisher. I know a lot of people will say Cole Palmer, but give me reasons why I think it's Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer share the most goals. But the kind of goals that make who say Mihailo Mudryk and McCann several times say if he picks up in terms of the confidence, in terms of the on the board, the tactical spirit, what you want to get from him, it's going to be something deadly for Obia Chelsea matches. Who do you think is Chelsea's best finisher? In the comment section right now, I want to hear from you. What do you want to know? Let me know who you think is Chelsea's best finisher. Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Now to the big one. If you go to the English Premier League, one of the things I'm kind of several times, but today there is a need for me to go back and even analyze that situation. The idea be one of my friend the match day revenue. Now, match day revenue is essentially okay. Say Chelsea able match or Stamford Bridge or Bohoma, Sika Onya. Now, it is different from the operative revenue. Operative revenue, being BTB social media, sponsorship, signing money important. Now, make I say be analysis go as and make I say. Idea about 80 clubs will bring ya Europe and they say the TV rights Sika eba endorse now. The Kofu will be saying, I didn't even Champions League on increasing the money. Champions League, Champions League on increase, changing formats near some. So, on the Super League conversation in Bayern, of course, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus, the conveyors of the Super League. Argument to making is in the Champions League, almost small teams, more teams, there were some part of Europe. And when we saw almost saying is Kake Tuebi. You don't believe say big teams no ebo say Juventus share Madrid 2 times this season. Barca share Man City at the beginning of the season. Barca being escaped. Fans never pack up because Man City players never near top players. So much more games very competitive. In the go Super League. And no, and I do for 4 times. I'm saying no. Yen peko and so yen punching holes into that yen family Champions League. So essentially, near UEFA for and they said, for the idea of the Super League, they have now done the Champions League in the form of the league format. To more the league phase and the player phase and the knockout phase. Into league, Osha groups of Obia first 8 over 8 now more. So first 2 first one automatic qualification. I think that the number of people down and so by the playoffs then the rest will be relegated to the other competitions in Europa League and the Conference League. And essentially the plan is that they can raise revenue because TV revenue TV revenue across the whole world is going down. And so you become a DSTV or Ghana. You know how DSTV is tough for people to even pay in a country like Ghana because of taxes and go for year piracy. And it's very important. Clubs, countries, and a lot of the clubs are looking to move away from it. Now, so in the last few days, say, Chelsea club there is civil war between Todd Boehly and Baghdad Eghbali. Have your issues. Todd Boehly is saying, Baghdad Eghbali is saying. One of the key things that Rebecca was saying, the key point of disagreement, and they say, normal. In every corporate society, there's a lot of disagreement in there. May assure say Obi and a briefing is set of journalists just so Obi looking nice in the public, which is okay, it happens. Now, one of the key things, the Stamford Bridge redevelopment. Now, Chelsea board need himself say, and then who have a discussion about home games revenue. Chelsea in the top 6 teams now. Obian himself in terms of stadium size or England, Manchester United are one of the biggest stadiums. Into Omega about 26,750,000. in terms of revenue estimate in pounds every week in say Manchester United home games. Man City because also me stadium redevelopment. Almost just somewhere around 21,000, and this was before Tottenham Hotspur upgraded for the Tottenham Hotspur for the White Hart Claim to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The Tottenham Hotspur, and so our top three in almost just somewhere around 17.5 million in terms of match day revenue every weekend. Oko Liverpool in somewhere around 16.9 million. Arsenal in more somewhere around 16.5 million. Chelsea and in the least in terms of revenue of the traditional top 6 clubs from match day revenue. Indeed, one of the things in there, said there are positive signs. One, the relationship between Torbol and Baghdad and Gabali are coming together. They are beginning to understand themselves and go towards a particular direction. The stadium redevelopment. Now, there were two things. Not just if Foneka said, APR expanding and as to do the redevelopment of Stamford Bridge. In Tomoka's area, then Chelsea will stop playing at Stamford Bridge. They will now go and get a second home, and I say makeshift home. Maybe we see their landing stadium every weekend. West Ham home, and I say their Craven Cottage, Fulham home. And when I Chelsea they play home games, send them to do a redevelopment at Stamford Bridge, their original site. Two, the other thing, and it's say Chelsea, England, your friend the LS site now. Some sites, baby, a Roman Abramovich to now in a sense say Chelsea bought the games Chelsea person redevelopment they can do a new stadium. Now the about stadium is simple. There is a group of people in England and that's a Chelsea fans from the Pitch Owners Association. Now Pitch Owners Association also shares our Chelsea. They said they will protect the integrity of Chelsea. Until they own the biaba or see Chelsea fi London and the Chelsea called Bournemouth. Almost a club original traditional club London into the BS London. Which makes sense. Now, huge see. A coincidence between Chelsea owners in trying to build a new stadium away from the original site at Stamford Bridge. Now, Chelsea home ground, but we bomb against the King's Meadow. Now, the King's Meadow is close to where Chelsea want to move there. Just maybe Chelsea going the new stadium the Ellis Court. Now, maybe say Chelsea move away from the original Stamford Bridge. The naming of the place, if you remember the new Champions League, if you remember the Ellis Court, if whatever they want to give the names now. But what that means is that and then you get a big breaking news. One, actually, the owners are beginning to understand that they want to go in a particular direction. Two, almost also TSC the stadium at Chelsea in Yasenebe, they can get good revenue and compete in terms of the financial aspect of the game between Tottenham Hotspur, Arsenal, Man City, Bayern Munich, Manchester United, any other clubs or England. It's important so many stadiums. It's already and then yet it's a breaking news about Chelsea has started the conversation. Now there is a picture that shows the distance between Stamford Bridge and the Ellis Court, and that's a Lily Bridge and what. In fact, if you go to the UK before, they say it's still on the King's Road, so it's on the same stretch. But at that place, Chelsea has a bigger land. On makes my redevelopment. Oko England, Manchester United and numbers are the best. But Tottenham Hotspur here in the stadium, so the numbers are sugar. Now Chelsea can do a redevelopment and go somewhere around 60, 70, 80,000 capacity. To see a Stamford Bridge capacity, around 42,000 capacity. I will form. Only Chelsea owners something one of the ways that Chelsea needs to compete now more sustainable, and they say they need to do a redevelopment of the stadium. Not mere redevelopment now. People pay more when they go into Man City. Another thing that's also very important to say, Ngofobi believe he say Stamford Bridge, Chelsea fans original no more UK on. So Chelsea able home games on my almost bread. I say park normally you're close to fans no. And most of the Unza Bridge only are the more friend of the season ticket holders. Now season ticket holders now. If you be papa, obi nana, no or a Chelsea fan, and Ottoman the fan to some particular season, they be on the bush and phone in answer. Now, one of the things that they want to do is that in the new stadium, fans will have to reapply for the season ticket holders. Now, reapply, they want to now make younger people and even foreigners get access to Stamford Bridge. Because some of them are old for number Stamford Bridge, and when you too down, for big game bar, you want Stamford Bridge to be pumping, no person for a year they didn't play, it's okay now. We have the support of the team. It doesn't really happen in recent times, so they want it to happen. Yeah, say it's very close. Say Chelsea have begun the conversation, say they will move away from Stamford Bridge to go and play at Ellis Court. Now, what that means is that Chelsea Martino said Chelsea to moving finally to Ellis Court. The Emmanuel will now be playing at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea will be playing at Ellis Court, and at Stamford Bridge, and then Chelsea will keep on playing there until say that stadium is done. Everton Munya stadium redevelopment. Everton Munya stadium redevelopment. Into a club like Chelsea, of the status and what anybody a club no one, there is a need to do that redevelopment because it is important. Say Chelsea for ebe pompiska into the revenue of the team. Maybe be come out and almost started talks now to about Stamford Bridge and moving to Ellis Court as they seek to resolution to their plans for a bigger stadium. Expanding the current capacity of 42,000 is a key priority for the owners. The club's owners are committed to maximizing revenue by building one of the biggest and best stadiums in the country. That's exactly what and Telegraph on any Guardian air report about Chelsea stadium redevelopment plans are almost here from Stamford Bridge to Ellis Court and how it's important in the grand scheme of things in terms of the numbers, sheer numbers, the club and what they have to do. And then maybe our first question said, who is Chelsea's best finisher? Maybe our next question. In the first 3 games that Chelsea have, Chelsea next game against Bournemouth and we're born at 8 p.m. or away at the Vitality Stadium. Now, what it means is that Chelsea are going to play away or Tottenham or Bournemouth away on match day 4 on the 14th of September this Saturday 8 p.m. and you may, of course, it's a good game to play at night. Referee Abantia, what's his name? Referee Adibia would the Chelsea match. I ain't down. What's his name? I mean, Mekaya Bekacho, but Bald referee who is going to be at the center of affairs for Chelsea Football Club. Are you confident in that game? Away to Bournemouth. Antonio Areola side no, stubborn to play against. Are you confident in that game at Chelsea Football Club? Away, was our match, or you think everything is going to go on fine? This is what Leicester City for former centre back, a friend of Conor Cody, about Enzo Maresca. On beside about Enzo Maresca said, who is he like? How is he going to? How does he feel? Say Chelsea, how are things going to look like? Conor Cody said, knowing Enzo from last year and the hands-on approach he brings to any football club, he is the ultimate head coach. He does absolutely everything on the pitch. He does everything with his squad. So the fact that he has loads of players, and I know he has come out in the past and said he is not working with 21, 22 players, I can't imagine that is the ideal for him. And Conor Cody Eka said, Enzo Maresca is very ideal. Hands-on with the players now. He wants to make sure that everything is done. He wants to fix his team to make sure that everybody is getting the job done. Everybody is down to work, and then they are getting the results. A big game this weekend against Bournemouth. Of course, you better the preview, you better the in-depth analysis. We'll break it down. It's the best of all the news that you get. Chelsea, Ghana boys, I will go PM LFC Barcelona. Boys on the Ghana Premier League. For me, I've tweeted about them. I've spoken about them before. And then Marco PM1, a Dreams FC 4 player friend Abdelaziz Issa, Marco PM in Barcelona Calex, only David Odro from Accra Lions, so Marco PM LSC Barcelona, almost the jersey of Barcelona on Villeno Akoso. Of course, they are going to be with the La Masia, the Barcelona B, and see they can grow. Makani several times say every player, Vinicius Junior, every Basel Lebanon, or board the Madrid Castilla, all of them play in the junior teams, and then they grow up to see if they can go on and then play in the other teams that are on them. So definitely these boys are going to play in the junior teams of Madrid, and with time they are going to come up and see if they can get a chance to play at the highest level, of course. And then Thiago Silva, Kuba, and Chelsea, and nobody did come on. Of course, he had retained, and everybody saying it is nice to see Thiago Silva back in training. All the boys are back, and open the catch say boys the air back, and Chelsea. It was good news. Say these players have not returned with injuries. Pedro Neto, Marco Correa, Sanchez, Joao Felix, all of these boys are returning to full training. Omoni Jadon Sancho, Kani Chukwu Emeka returning, Enzo Maresca in full training, Mark Gay, all of the boys are back in training. Renato Viega Muninano are back, Christopher Nkuku, all of these boys are back in training, and everything seems to be going on. Of course, with Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, any boys from South America, they will be tired. Most of these guys, they travel a lot of the times across the globe, but they are going to be back also to make sure that they start the season and prepare towards their friend Bournemouth over the weekend. Liverpool our big games coming in the Liverpool next 5 Premier League games now after international break. Nottingham Forest will fear, Bournemouth will fear, Wolverhampton Wanderers away, Crystal Palace away, and Chelsea will hope. Or Chelsea near. How confident are you going away to Anfield, given how a Liverpool and Ancelotti have started the season? Or you're confident that Chelsea can get anything out of this game, or you are not certain? When you're certain, how is it going to look like? But I think that Nottingham Forest, Liverpool can navigate it at home when they play at home or Anfield. And same for Bournemouth. Wolverhampton Wanderers away may be tricky, and Crystal Palace away. But I think that the first 2 games now, everything can go on well for team at your friend in Liverpool. Arsenal for any bad news with the injuries of Ricardo Calafiori and Coco Corso in the Italian national team. Same with Mikel Merino, Martin Odegaard, midfielders no Bibri, Epripra, Arsenal Football Club, and they are racing against time. They are racing against time to make sure they get all of their players in time for them to go and play some good football in there, so that everything will go on in there. That's very, very important. Of course, if you look at all the other things, there are a lot of things that's supposed to go on. All the other games, team Barca, returning. All of the players are coming in. Real Madrid, Enzo returning this weekend. Kylian Mbappe has to start scoring. Of course, was 2 goals the last time. It was Santiago de Bernabeu, but Madrid, it was a huge chance. I mean, of course, Barcelona have a huge chance to go on with the quality of player Omokita throughout the season. Almost starting Rafinha, Moshe goes, Lamine Yamal, Moempra in the international break, and it looks as he said, Hansi Flick, the manager of the month in the Spanish La Liga, and it looks as if he's going to continue. Cristiano Ronaldo, Ekasafa, Mbappe, Haaland, Bellingham can all win the Ballon d'Or. Lamine Yamal also. He spoke about the young boys at Eba and the quality that comes in Cristiano Ronaldo, Lamine Yamal, Bellingham, Vinicius Jr., Mbappe. He didn't mention Vinicius Jr. I'm sure it escaped him, because for me, the Ballon d'Or winner, Branch FN and Vinicius Jr., he needs to win that as well. I'm sure it escaped was greatest footballer ever. Say Lamine Yamal can go on and then win the Ballon d'Or. Of course, Lamine, excellent player, and everything is good. He has shown how much of a quality player. A branch of Frankie de Jong on ready for Girona in Monaco, but there's currently no date. He does not want to undergo surgery and continues individual work to recover. With time, a branch of Frankie de Jong ever returning for Barcelona, an important player for the Barca conversation. So, it looks as he said he may return for FC Barcelona. Branch of Frankie de Jong, on your branch of Lamine Yamal. These are all very important players. He probably have Barcelona, but they want to get everybody fit, so anybody can compete and then go head to head with Tima, defending Real Madrid. Madrid is in there, Manchester City is coming in, Manchester United. So, players, quite away on international break. Brina share a lot of goals, and wait to see how the season will ever continue. 1 month more, say you go baby, another international break. Wait to see what is going to happen. But as it stands now, there is some more Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. So subscribe to the channel and subscribe to the channel. Not turning on notification. And very, very important. So subscribe to the channel. Not turning on notification. You need it. I say, so subscribe to the channel and turn notification. Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Until then, see ya.